Ladies and gentlemen, what we're witnessing is unprecedented. Even CNN is now preparing their viewers for what's coming. Trump is leading in every swing state on Polymarket with a staggering 31.6% lead over Harris. The early voting numbers in Arizona are sending shockwaves through the Democrat establishment. But here's the bombshell they're trying to hide. Trump's 3-hour interview with Joe Rogan just dropped, and the numbers are about to explode even higher. Now, check this out. Are you listening? While Trump's poll numbers are soaring, our country's national debt has surpassed $35 trillion. The establishment is panicking as their paper empire crumbles. Just like these poll numbers show Americans are waking up, smart investors are abandoning paper promises for real constitutional money. So if you have funds sitting in a low-interest bank account or 401k IRA retirement account, you need to call my friends at Global Gold Investments, America's leading conservative precious metals dealer, and receive absolutely free their new 2024 Protect Your Wealth and Retirement Guide. The number's on the screen. 888-700-4148. Mention Next News and receive their 5-star customer treatment along with a complimentary portfolio analysis. Operators are standing by. Call that number, 888-700-4148, or visit IRAGoldproof.com. It is linked below. Remember, if you don't have gold, then you don't have wealth. All right, folks, let's jump into this. The Joe Rogan interview has just dropped. It's 3 hours long, and the clips are starting to surface. Let's take a look at what just happened in Michigan. A crowd just roared in cheers after Trump gave a big shout out to Joe Rogan.
I got interviewed by actually a great guy. I didn't know him too well, but I got to know him because it was the longest interview I've ever done in my life. Joe Rogan, a good guy. And it's, it's quite something. And we had some other things really important. And I said, we're going to get this stuff done. And my people came to me, sir, we could cancel our evening event. I'm sure the people wouldn't mind. I said, are you crazy? I'm not canceling. There's no way. I'm not canceling. There's no way. We never even... So I apologize, but it's all about winning. We got to win, and we did some things today that will help us win. I think we did a lot of taping, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of everything.
There's Brick Suit standing behind him, and Trump has got a new MAGA hat, a black and gold MAGA hat. That is tight. I want one of those. I do like Elon Musk's dark MAGA hat, but black and gold. That's awesome. Benny Johnson posted this just 17 minutes ago. This is the best 2 minutes of the Rogan Trump podcast.
Conversations.
So I always got more publicity than other people, and it wasn't like I was trying. In fact, I don't know exactly why. Maybe you can tell me why.
Oh, I could definitely tell you. You said a lot of wild shit.
Maybe
he said a lot of wild shit, and then CNN, in all their brilliance, by highlighting your wild shit, made you much more popular.
Yeah.
And they boosted you in the polls because people were tired of someone talking in this bullshit, pre-prepared politician lingo. And even if they didn't agree with you, they at least knew whoever that guy is, that's him. That's really him. Yeah. When you see certain people talk, certain people in the public eye, you don't know who they are. You have no idea who they are. It's very difficult to know. You see them in conversations. They have these pre-planned answers. They say everything. It's very rehearsed. You never get to the meat of it. One of the beautiful things about you is that you freeball. Like, you get out and you do these huge events and you're just talking and you're making. We've highlighted you on the show many times when you did this Biden impression where he's walking around, he doesn't know what he's doing. It's funny. It's stand up. It's funny stuff. But it's like. And you were making fun of Elon one time. You were doing an Elon impression. It's great. You have like comedic instincts. Like when you said to Hillary, you'd be in jail. Like it's great timing.
Yeah.
But it's like that kind of stuff was unheard of as a politician. Like no one had done that. And I think
it's funny. You need at least the attitude of a comedian when you're doing this business. This is a very dangerous business. First of all, it's a very tough business.
It's the most dangerous business.
It's the most, for a job?
Yes. I mean, other than going to war and being a firefighter or being a cop, it's the most dangerous business.
It's the most dangerous. For being president is the most dangerous.
Especially you. I mean,
much more
you
so.
haven't even got to the election. There's been 2 assassination attempts, and they've brushed those out of the news like it was nothing.
Yeah, they'd rather not talk about them.
Imagine if there was assassination attempts on Biden, how hard people would be attacking the right, how they would be trying to get guns taken away from people. They would try to ramp up gun laws. They would try to figure out some way to blame you. If there was attacks on, if Biden got shot in the ear, we would have never heard the end of it.
But
Ain't that the truth? That's exactly true. You know? Okay, so the full podcast is up on X. Someone said it was censored, but it is not. You can find it on YouTube. Over 800,000 views already. Here's another clip that just came out. I don't know how anyone could watch the Trump episode on Rogan and come away thinking that this guy is Hitler.
Talking.
So I always got more publicity than other people, and it wasn't like I was trying. In fact, I don't know exactly why. Maybe you can tell me why.
Oh, I could definitely tell you. You said a lot of wild shit.
Maybe.
Okay, that was the other clip that we had set up here. Okay, so yes, Donald Trump is Trump 2024 from the hood to the holler. This is the promo. Man, I apologize for this bandwidth issue that we're having right now, but this was the teaser that they dropped earlier today.
Hello, world.
Hello, world.
We just wrapped up a great podcast.
We had a good time. I think you'll find it very interesting and enjoy it.
Hello, world.
Yeah. 3-hour podcast they ran for. Now, the good news is coming in, and I know you can't see this on the screen. It's blurry, so I'll read it to you. Again, my apologies. North Carolina election forecast as of today, 4 hours ago, from Decision Desk HQ. Presidential chance of winning. Trump is at 66% to Harris at 34%. He is up 2 points since last week. Presidential polling average of 59 polls. Trump is at 49.1. He's up 1.5 points. Harris is at 47.6. Republican is up 0.2 points since last week. Now remember, Donald Trump polls he polls lower normally because just by the nature of Trump supporters and cancel culture, people don't always answer the phone, or they don't answer truthfully because the left has become so rabid that people don't want to tell the truth. They don't want to even participate in some of these things. So Trump historically polls lower. Here we go. This is CNN is now preparing their audience for the possibility of Trump winning the popular vote.
It's up by 1. Well, all right. I went back through the time machine to see where were the past 2 races at this point in the campaign. Look, Harris in the average poll right now is up by 1, well within the margin of error. You go back 4 years ago, Joe Biden was well ahead of Donald Trump in the national popular vote polls. He was up by 9. Even Hillary Clinton was up by 6 points. So now Donald Trump's in a position he really hasn't been before at this point in the campaign where he could truly compete, and we can truly say that the popular vote at this point is way too close to call. Of course, this is only going back 8 years. I wanted to jump even further back in my time machine to get an understanding. Hey, I haven't heard about a Republican potentially winning the popular vote in a while. And it turns out a Republican winning the popular vote, it hasn't happened since 2004 in George W. Bush defeating John Kerry. And that's only the one time that it has happened. In fact, you have to go all the way back to 1988 to find another one when it was George W. Bush's father, George H.W. Bush, winning the popular vote over Michael Dukakis. So the fact that the polls right now are so close, John, the fact that Donald Trump has a legitimate shot of winning the popular vote is something I think a lot of folks, including in my line of work, really didn't think could possibly happen when Donald Trump was running last time around. He could make history, not just for Donald Trump, for a Republican candidate as well.
Now, there are some reasons for this, and I think Democrats' heads are all exploding out there watching this right now.
Yeah.
There are some reasons for this, which you're going to explain, but also begin to raise the possibility that we could see the reverse. We could see the reverse of things we've seen where a Republican wins the popular vote, but there's a chance for the Democrat to win the Electoral College.
Yeah, part of my job is to warn our viewers on either side of the aisle of an event that may occur that they don't necessarily like, and Donald Trump winning the popular vote could absolutely happen. You might as well wrap your minds around it now, folks, if you don't like Donald Trump. But
Did you hear what he said? He said the quiet part out loud. He admitted that all CNN does is push left-wing propaganda, and it's his job to prepare the viewers for the eventuality of Trump winning.
a Republican wins the popular vote, but there's a chance for the Democrat to win the Electoral College.
Yeah, part of my job is to warn our viewers on either side of the aisle of an event that may occur that they don't necessarily like, and Donald Trump winning the popular vote could absolutely happen. You might as well wrap your minds around it now, folks.
Yeah, wrap your minds around it now. Get all those tears out of the way. Yes. So the panic is setting in, fully setting in. This is a longer portion of that. Let's see
of
what
the spectrum when Trump may finally get his great white whale. Harris versus Trump national margin. You mentioned that New York Times poll, a tie. That's actually right in the middle of the spectrum when we're talking about recent polling data. You don't have to look very far to find Donald Trump ahead nationally. He was up by 2 points in the CNBC poll, up by 3 in the Wall Street Journal poll. Very close races within the margin of error. But then the same thing on the other side, right? You have Harris up by 3 points according to Ipsos. The Say 24 YouGov poll, that's a bunch of academics, also has Harris up by 3. But the bottom line is, with the popular vote, which we really haven't focused upon, a very, very tight race, John. Fact is, Donald Trump is very much in a position he could win the popular vote, which, of course, is something he would absolutely love to do.
And would be something very different than we have seen compared to last time and the polling compared to last time.
Exactly right. So I went back through the time machine, all right? I went back through the time machine to see where were the past 2 races at this point in the campaign. Look, Harris in the average poll right now is up by 1. Well within the margin of error. You go back 4 years ago, Joe Biden was well ahead of Donald Trump in the national popular vote polls. He was up by 9. Even Hillary Clinton was up by 6 points. So now Donald Trump's in a position he really hasn't been before at this point in the campaign where he could truly compete, and we can truly say that the popular vote at this point is way too close to call. Of course, this is only going back 8 years. I wanted to jump even further back in my time machine to get an understanding. Hey, I haven't heard about a Republican potentially winning the popular vote in a while. And it
turns out Donald Trump is well on his way to make history yet again. Here we have breaking news. Trump will win. According to this Real Clear Politics polling average, Trump will win, has a 94% chance of winning. Pray and keep him safe. Here's ABC, shows early voting data, essentially showing Trump is going to win Nevada. Let's listen to ABC panic.
A lot of union members. Check this out. In 2020, Republicans were only 33% of early voters. Now it is up to 40%. So in this big state with a big Latino population, a whole lot of union members, some warning signs, at least early on in early voting for Democrats, George.
And Rick, Generals John Kelly, Mark Milley have called Donald Trump a fascist. Kamala Harris agrees, and we have some polling on that.
Check this out. In 2020, Republicans...
George Stephanopoulos, he's freaking out. Trump is now leading massively in every swing state on Polymarket. This is the first time in 8 years the public collectively favored him to win. That awareness makes it impossible to pull off a believable cheat. Keep voting. Keep bugging all your friends to do the same. Here is Gina Carano. She was supposed to be at Mar-a-Lago. I really wanted to see her there. Wanted to talk to her about doing an interview. But here she is. She was at the Turning Point event, and this is what she said at the Las Vegas rally.
You know, a lot of celebrities say, I'm leaving the country if Donald Trump is elected. I will not be leaving the country if someone I don't like is installed in power. I plan on staying here and fighting it out. That's what patriots do. That's what the people who truly love Americans do. And those celebrities who threaten to leave will leave anyway once they've installed a government that seeks to destroy us. 70 years ago, both my grandfathers made their path and built incredible companies, starting from the ground up. One right here in Las Vegas and one in Reno, Nevada. I have 2 of the best examples of what a truly great leader is, and how important it is. My Papa Jack was quoted saying, lead men by going the extra mile yourself. I'm an actress who got my start professional fighting right here in your mixed martial arts gyms in Las Vegas. Thank you. I'd rather be being punched in the face than giving a speech right now. But I'm doing this for America. I'm doing this because this election is so important. It's so valuable. I didn't actually start voting until I was until 2020. And I realized that, my gosh, there is such a prejudice here. I was voting for who I thought was the best candidate, and that was Donald Trump. And that still is Donald Trump. I was targeted, discriminated against, shamed and fired from one of the most powerful entertainment companies in the world. They fired me at the height of my career, and I went out to, I know, Disney. They deserve that. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have been paying attention to my story. I appreciate that. I mean, they've gone out of the way to make an example out of me, but I think by the grace of God, He's helping me make an example out of them. You know, a lot of celebrities say...
Meanwhile, we're learning that just a few minutes ago that Trump was late to his rally today because of the Joe Rogan interview. But at the rally in Houston for Kamala, it descends into chaos as she fails to control the rally attendees. Out of control. Out of control. Wow. She has no command of that room. No command of that room at all. Look at this. This goes on for another minute. She can't even control that room. If she can't control that room, she would have no authority as president of the United States. Donald Trump, though, right now in Michigan.
And this is all you really need to know. They broke it, and I'll fix it. We're going to fix it, and we're going to fix it fast.
Yep, Kamala broke it. And here she is spending the closing days of her campaign crying about Trump's medical records.
On the one hand, Donald Trump won't let anyone see his medical records. I gave him
Like, really? Who cares? Okay, you'd never show us Joe Biden's medical records. And that guy was stumbling for 3.5 years. Still stumbling. I mean, it blows my mind for her to try to hold this over Trump's head. Trump won't show us his medical records. Like, nobody cares. Wow. So, Donald Trump going on Joe Rogan. The crowd is just going wild. Kamala can't even control her crowd. ABC is like revealing that early data is winning for Trump. Polymarket going over, like, blasting past all the polls. Real Clear Politics, 94% chance of winning. Oh, here it is. Trump is currently winning the early vote in Miami, Florida, too. And it's all because of this ad. Americans from Cuba, Colombia, Venezuela are the greatest. They've seen socialism and want nothing to do with it. Let's just listen for a minute.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Oh, man. I love it. Here's this guy, Stephen Churchill. Today, I voted for the first time in my life for Donald Trump. Pray for the president to win this election. This young man is in Fort Wayne, Indiana. God bless Stephen Churchill. I saw this post. Also, we're learning Kamala Harris has finally lost a Catholic vote. This is Donald Trump posting 12 hours ago on Truth Social. Her and the Democrat persecution of the Catholic Church is unprecedented. Her poll numbers have dropped like a rock, both with Catholics and otherwise. What took so long? RFK Jr. has been pushing hard for Catholics to vote. And this is something else Donald Trump posted to his Truth Social. This is my friend Roger Stone. Listen to what he has said. There's something very exciting going on in this country today.
There's something very exciting going on in this country today, folks. It is a political realignment. Yes, Dick Cheney, the vice president who lied us into war, a man responsible for the death of tens of thousands of Americans and hundreds of thousands of Iraqis, has endorsed Kamala Harris. His daughter, who will inherit his ill-gotten gains from that war because, well, it made his Halliburton stock far more valuable, she has endorsed Kamala Harris. He has what's left of the McCains and little Adam Kinzinger. He can have the warmongers because Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, and Governor Rod Blagojevich, all once proud Democrats, have joined in a grand coalition to elect Donald Trump president again. This is the realignment. And we do it on the basis of shared values. We are committed to three major things. One, to prevent us from entering World War III. Secondarily, a fight against censorship, a fight for free speech in America. And lastly, a commitment to make America healthy again.
Amen. Amen. We're also learning this just in, if you didn't know, Kamala is failing so bad she had to bring out Beyonce and Jay-Z. Yeah, here they are coming out on stage. Here's Beyonce. See, Kamala can't draw a crowd. She had Bruce Springsteen, Beyonce. People are just going for a free concert. Okay? Donald Trump doesn't need to bring out celebrities to do this because Donald Trump is the celebrity. He is the top of the ticket. Okay? Kamala Harris is basically the undercard compared to these people that she brings out on stage. Oh, there's more, friends. We have more. Don't go anywhere. Donald Trump, the United States is now an occupied country. It will soon be an occupied country no longer. November 5th, 2024 will be called Liberation Day in America. And here is Donald Trump's latest ad dropping on Truth Social just 6 hours ago.
Drugs. Violent. America is a nation in decline. The Biden-Harris regime has handed our border over to cartels and flooded our communities with deadly drugs, violent criminals, and human traffickers. Border czar Kamala Harris has failed us. This November, let's choose a safer America. Let's choose to be a nation that secures our borders and protects our communities. America's safety and security is on the ballot this November. Let's choose to put our families, our communities, and our country first.
Let's put America first again, folks. Let's put America first. So, the numbers don't lie, folks. From Miami to Nevada, from early voting to betting markets, we're seeing a seismic shift that has the establishment in full panic mode. Even ABC News couldn't hide their frustration when forced to show the real data. But here's what we need to know from you. With Trump now leading in every swing state, which blue state do you think will flip red first? Sound off in the comments below.